A midweek home game for Keene State baseball this afternoon as the Owls play for the second straight day before heading to WestCon on Saturday. Today, Keene State welcomes in the Golden Bears from Western New England. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Keene State baseball. I'm Ryan Goodwin. We'll be joined by Griffin Melanson a little bit later on. Keene State was supposed to play here yesterday against Westfield State, but field conditions moved that game down to Westfield's campus. And it was there that the Owls played a game they would like to have back. A 10-5 loss after allowing 4 runs in the second inning and 5 runs in the fourth inning with Shea Zena getting the start. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first, but that was the only lead that they held all day. And with it, their second straight loss, they now dropped to 8-11 on the season. And today, going to need some quality pitching. It's going to be, we'll talk about it in a little bit, it's going to be freshman Nate Pirog on the mound today. And Keene State also going to have to limit some of the opponent's offenses to some smaller innings. That's been a problem kind of all year for them. But for for the Golden Bears, it's been an overall good start. The inverse of the Owls right now at 11-8 coming in, and they won their last game on Sunday against Riviere via the Mercy Rule, a 12-2 final in 7 innings. And for Keene State today, going to have to look out for number 20, Jack Loftus. He's been having a really good senior year for the Bears. 391 coming in, 5 home runs to lead Western New England in the category. And he hit one of those back on Sunday and has now gone 5 for 11 in his last 3 games. So he's seen the ball really well, and Keene State will have to keep tabs on him this afternoon if they want to get the win. And also try to make it 3 straight victories over the Golden Bears. But first, we have our national anthem coming up, and we'll be right back after the first pitch, for the first pitch of this one. Keene State, Western New England, coming up next on the New Hampshire Army National Guard Owls Media Network.
Number 40, Nathan Pirog.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
Let's get a look at the Western New England lineup this afternoon, and we'll take a look at it right now. Leading off the third baseman is Cannon Marshall. Batting second, the first baseman, Andrew Florick. Batting third is the right fielder, Ryan Montini. Jack Loftus, who we mentioned in the pregame, batting cleanup in left field. Leo Peregrino, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Tyler Kornacki at second base, bats sixth. Greg Nivison, the shortstop, bats seventh. Antonio Galizia behind the plate, catching, bats eighth. And Jack Gamache playing center field, bats ninth. It'll be up against Owl starter today, Nathan Pirog, 0-1 on the year, 988 earned run average, 13.2 innings worked, 13 strikeouts to 6 walks so far on the season. We saw him start a week ago today in the home opener at Franklin Pierce, and he worked 3 innings in that one, allowing just 1 run. The freshman out of Bristol, Connecticut, as you see there. Somewhat freshman-heavy lineup today for the Owls. We'll see when they come up to bat. And he's going to get Cannon Marshall right out of the gate. Keene State will get underway here this afternoon. Pretty nice day for a game, although a little bit on the chilly side in the mid-40s here at first pitch, about 45 degrees. Partly cloudy as well. Actually, mostly cloudy. And the first time that the Owls and the Golden Bears have met here at the Owl Athletic Complex, at least since 2023. The Owls beat them in that game. It was back on April 6th. Pirog is set, delivers the first pitch. That'll miss, and we're underway here on this Wednesday afternoon. Another non-conference game for the Owls. Get a look at the umpires behind the plate, Matt Ball, and on the bases is Richard Galvin, and that's strike 1. As he fires it in to catcher Luciano Frezza, getting the start this afternoon. And that one going to be popped up and out of play, foul. So Marshall quickly behind 1 and 2, comes in 381. Out of Rockland, Mass, as you see there, up on Cape Ann. State wearing their black alternate jerseys today with the home pants. 1 and 2 is just missing for ball 2. Pirog eyeing his first strikeout here of the day. Not recorded any last Wednesday against Salem State. That one will miss just inside, although did pitch pretty well again. Got the start, almost kind of an opener role, went 3 innings, allowed the 1 run. Try not to let the leadoff man on. Here's the full count pitch. Hit in the air to right. Under it is Tagliaferro. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 17.
It's another freshman in the lineup today for Keene State. Getting the start in right, Dominic Tagliaferro making the catch for the first out. Tagliaferro, freshman out of Bedford High School. And now here's the number 2 hitter, Andrew Florick, the first baseman. One off the plate there from Pirog. Get a look there at Florick, the junior out of Rockland, Mass. I want to miss off the plate as well. Comes in 254. Getting his first look against the lefty Pirog in the lefty-lefty matchup, 2-0. This is low, and it's ball 3. So in danger here of walking his first man this afternoon is Pirog. And that'll be a strike. It's the call that time from Matt Ball. Western New England again on Sunday, a 12-2 win over Riviere, and that one's going to be dunked into left field for a base hit. Charging on it is Zena. This looks like it's going to be an easy double, though. A 1-out double for Andrew Florick. And some early trouble brewing here for Keene State as Western New England with a man in scoring position, 1 out. Brings up the right fielder, Ryan Montini now. Zena playing his usual left field position when he's not pitching. He does pitch as well. Again, he pitched yesterday down in Westfield. Game that was originally supposed to be played here. Montini digging in, playing right field this afternoon. Big cut and a miss there, and he's quickly down 0-2 to Pirog. Pirog eyeing his first strikeout of the afternoon. Would be a good spot to get it. With a runner on at second and one out. On the one-out double from Floric. And here's his 0-2. And just fouled back there to stay alive. Keene State will be back in conference action this weekend. Supposed to be played on Saturday right now against Western Connecticut. It's the Wolves. The Owls swept them last year. And they hosted them, although it was played at University of St. Joseph. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Montini down swinging. That's the first K of the afternoon for Pirog, and there's two away. And now it's going to be up to Jack Loftus to bring him in. And again, Loftus red hot in his last 11 at-bats, 5 for 11. Coming in 391, also has 5 long balls this year. Easily the best hitter on this Western New England team, and that's why he's in the cleanup spot. And that one will miss high for a ball. They said he didn't swing. At least that's what they said. 1-0. Up high, and we'll see if Pirog is careful with him here. Next up would be Peregrino, the designated hitter. Do have first base open with 2 out. Here's the 2-0. Yeah, that not close, ball 3. Pirog eyeing in the catcher Frezza. And here's a 3-0. That'll miss badly, ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Loftus, so he's aboard. Being careful there, and now here's the designated hitter, Peregrino. You also get the lefty-lefty matchup here, too. Albeit now with 2 guys aboard, but first and second, and still 2 out. Pirog trying to strain a couple runners in the first like he did last start. Swing and a miss there, and Peregrino down 0-1. That one's going to be hit to short, fielded cleanly there, and on to second to end the inning. So a little bit of early trouble for Nathan Pirog, but he works around it. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Owls coming up here on the New Hampshire National Guard Owls Media Network.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles. The largest selection of inventory in New Hampshire, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. With a selection of over 30 brands, New Car has exactly what you need across the Granite State. Find your new car from any of New Car's family of dealerships throughout the Northeast and get it shipped to New Car Nissan of Keene for free. Plus, we'll deliver your new car right to your door. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Turn this music on, we still dancing.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Get a look now here at the Keene State batting orders. We get to the bottom half of inning number 1. Luke Anderson will lead off today, playing second. Evan McHugh at third base, bats second. Tommy Ehlers in his usual 3 spot in center field. Shea Zena batting cleanup in left field. Jonathan Chatfield today is the DH. He bats 5th. Emmett Bornstein gets the start at first base. He had home run last game. Dominic Tagliaferro playing in right field, batting 7th. Anthony DiGiacomo is at short, batting 8th. And behind the plate today is freshman Luciano Frezza. He bats 9th. It'll be all against the Western New England starter today. That is Jacob Hobart, 1-1 on the year, a 9.58 ERA, 20.2 innings worked, 11 strikeouts to 5 walks so far this year. And Hobart out of Hudson, New Hampshire, graduate there, as you saw, of Auburn High School. Kind of a different look Keene State lineup here this afternoon, as other than the starter Pirog, you have, well, DiGiacomo also freshman, although usually in there, but you have a few other freshmen as well. So 3 freshmen at the bottom there, Tagliaferro, DiGiacomo, and Frezza. And then, of course, the starter, Nathan Pirog, also freshman. Anderson leads off. It's usually Evan Cowley in the leadoff spot, or it has been this year, but he gets a day off as Frezza gets the start. And Anderson takes strike 1. Although Anderson, of course, is a usual starter as well. He's quickly down 0-2. He's played in and started in all 19 games so far this year for the Owls. Hobart quickly ahead 0-2. He's going to be on the ground to first, fielded cleanly, taps the bag in time, 1 away.
Now batting with the third baseman, number 12, Evan McHugh.
So Evan McHugh now standing in. Hugh down now to 353, although saying down like it's a bad thing, 353. It's been a very solid year for him, as he's going to hit that one in the air to right. Coming in, not being able to make the catch there, and now he's going to head for second. Throw in is not in time. A 1-out double for Evan McHugh. Just able to dunk it in front of the right fielder, Ryan Montini. And now an RBI spot already for Tommy Ehlers. Both teams with a 1-out double. Ehlers has been an RBI machine this year, 18 on the season, 427 now is his average. Not a guy you want to see in this spot if you're Hobart, and that's a strike. Ehlers Jr. out of Salem, New Hampshire. 0-1 is going to be stung in the air to left, a base hit. McHugh will round third. Nope, he's going to stop at third now. And they're going to be on at the corners with 1 out. So another hit for Tommy Ehlers.
At the plate, the left fielder, number
continues to
37,
stay hot,
Shea
and now
Zena.
Shea Zena, the cleanup man, steps in. Zena with an early RBI chance for himself right now. 320 at the dish this year. And in his typical fielding position at left field today. That's a strike. Another strike from Hobart, who's been filling up the zone early on. But the last couple of hitters have gotten to him. He was able to loop in a double in right field. Good effort there to make the catch by Montini. Couldn't do it. And then a base hit pretty solid into left field for Ehlers. This one going to be grounded to second. And it might be a double play to end the inning. It is. So a good opportunity early for Keene State to get on the board, but the double play erases that chance. We'll be right back here for the top of the second. No score on the Owls Media Network.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with new car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Back for inning number 2 of work here today as you get a look there at the Western New England bench, headed by Coach Dan Gomez. Again, pretty good start to the year for them, 11-8, 1-2 in their conference, if not in the LEC, as Pirog gets his final warm-up tosses in here. And he's ready to face the second baseman, Tyler Kornacki, to lead things off. Both teams with an opportunity to get on the board in the early going, but neither have so far. Keene grounding into a double play to end things there. The 4-6-3. And that's a ball from Pirog to start inning number 2. You'll look there at the sophomore second baseman for the Golden Bears, as that one fired in for a strike. Pretty good first inning of work for Pirog. Stranded a couple base runners. Have been on first and second with 2 out. One misses low, blocked by Frezza. Overall, the pitch count not too high either. From 21 in the first inning. I'd like to lower it a bit here in the second. More people file in here this afternoon. A midweek game as it's popped up. McHugh charging over at third base, and he's going to run out of room. Catches it off the carom there of the top of the Owls dugout. So count now 2-2 to Kornacki, coming in 283. Owls have won the last 2 meetings against Western New England. Going back a couple of years ago. Beat them last year down in Springfield. Another one of those hesitations from Pirog, trying to throw off the timing, and he does. Strike 3 called. So the second K of the afternoon already for Pirog, who again, 3 innings in, 3 innings of work last time out, didn't have any. And now the shortstop, Greg Nivison, digs in. Both of them have been against lefty hitters as well. Perhaps using that as to his advantage as a lefty pitcher. Not a big sample size to work with for Nivison, as he's going to pop that one up down the left field side, now to play foul. Just 1 for 3 on the year. So about 333 on the average. Beginning to start today at short in non-conference game for the Bears. That one will miss, and the count now even. Pirog seeing if he can go perhaps deeper today than he did against Salem State. Another non-conference start. Of course, the Owls ended up going on to win that game 8-5. Got in front by as much as 5 runs. 7-2 was the largest margin they had. That one stung and going to be caught at short by DiGiacomo, and they're 2 away.
At the plate is the catcher, number 6, Antonio.
So solid contact there for Nivison, but he comes up empty. And quickly 2 up, 2 down, and now here's the catcher, Antonio Galizia. Galizia just 182 on the year. Pirog looking for a 1-2-3 second inning against Western New England. Nice frame there from Frezza, and that's strike one. And that'll just miss high there from Pirog. Elysia, sophomore. 1-1. Popped up foul and out of play. Looks like onto the softball field. So Pirog eyeing his third K in what would be just 2 innings of work. He's got one swinging, one looking. And here's 1-2. Swing on and missed, and that is strike 3. So a nice, clean, easy 1-2-3 second inning for Nate Pirog. Owls coming up in the bottom half. Still no score.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
See there, Jonathan Chatfield about set to lead off the bottom half of inning number 2. Still no score here on the Owls Media Network between Western New England and Keene State. Kind of an interesting first inning for Jacob Hobart. Did allow a couple of hits, and there were runners on the corners with 1 out, but got out of it unscathed thanks to a double play from Shea Zena. Classic 4-6-3 to second base. And now we'll see if the Owls can get anything going here in the bottom half of the second. Nice clean top half of the inning for Nate Pirog. Got him 1-2-3. Including a couple strikeouts. So he's now up to 3 on the day. And now here is Jonathan Chatfield. Lead it off. So Pirog now up to 16 on the season. Has walked a man as well. That was Jack Loftus. Can't exactly blame him there. Loftus going pretty good right now at the dish. First pitch from Hobart. Fouled back by Chatfield, and it's 0-1. Chatfield, the junior from the Taft School, Naugatuck, Connecticut. 0-1 from Hobart. Off the plate. So Hobart only threw 8 pitches in that first inning. Despite all the traffic on the bases, the Owls were swinging early in the count against him. Team leading 3 homers as well for Chatfield still. There's the 2-1. That'll miss, and it's ball 3. So Hobart trying to avoid his first walk issued. And he fires in a strike there to put the count full. 3-2. See what he does here. Emmett Bornstein on deck for the Owls. 3-2. And called strike 3. So he gets Chatfield looking, and there's 1 away here in the second. Emmett Bornstein now the first baseman today. His team a few seasons. On the year, 2 for 12. And he did have his first home run of the season yesterday against Westfield State. Actually, his first collegiate career home run. He's going to ground this to third, throw to first in time from Cannon Marshall, and there's 2 away. So another quick AB for the Owls. There's 1 pitch there and 2 gone, and now here's the right fielder today, Dominic Tagliaferro, another one of the freshmen in the lineup. On the year, 192. Got some action earlier in the season, more frequently. Freshman out of Bedford High School in New Hampshire. That one misses in the dirt, ball 1 from Hobart. So the 7, 8, and 9 spots in the Keene lineup today, all freshmen. DiGiacomo is on deck. And I think we have pitch clock violation here. Actually, they reset the pitch clock. So 1-0 now. It's going to be on the ground, too short, and it gets through. So it's like a base hit for Dominic Tagliaferro with 2 away. Owls have a base runner. Got just past the dive of Nivison. And now Anthony DiGiacomo will get a look here in the bottom of the second. Giacomo, 309. Does have a home run. He's been the starting shortstop for most of this year for Keene State. Tagliaferro leads slightly off first. First pitch from Hobart is foul back, strike 1. Giacomo, a freshman out of Marston's Mills, Mass. Try to say that one fast. 0-1. Hit in the air to center. Running back on it there is center fielder Gamache to make the catch, and that will retire the side. So nothing doing, a 2-out single for Tagliaferro. Western New England coming back up as we head to the top of the third. No score.
Western New England University 0.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Top of inning number 3, still no score here between Keene State and Western New England as Nate Pirog back out for he hopes will be his 3rd complete inning of work. And he'll have 9, 1, and 2 to face here for the Golden Bears. Jack Gamache leads off, the center fielder, and he'll be followed by Marshall and Floric.
The plate, the center fielder, number 10, Jack Gamache.
Gamache made the catch there to end the bottom of the second and now gets the lead off the top of inning number 3. Early going right now. Owls out hitting the Bears 3-1. And no errors so far for either side. One off the plate and it's a ball and it's 1-0. Gamache, 262 coming in out of the 9-hole. 1-0. It's going to be hit in the air. Under it now goes over to Anderson at second base. He'll make the catch. 1 away.
plate, the third baseman, number 0, Keene Marshall.
Now the third baseman, Keene Marshall, the leadoff hitter, digs in. Marshall 0 for 1, came into today at 381. First pitch from Pirog is strike 1. He's done a good job for the most part today working ahead of hitters. Saw it early against Salem State for Pirog. He had a lot of deep counts, but today, to this point at least, seems to be retiring guys relatively quickly. He's going to get a grounder to DiGiacomo here and on to first in time. 2 up, 2 down very quickly here in the top of the third.
Andrew Florick.
Now Andrew Florick, who in his first at bat dunked a double into left field and was stranded there to end the inning. But 1 for 1 coming in. First pitch to him is well high. Like we've seen early on, we see a lot early on in the season here, sometimes at the All Athletic Complex, when the ball hits the ground, it tends to stick. And that was the same with Florick's double there in that first inning. It kind of just landed in left field and stayed there. Didn't really roll too much to Zena. And you knew pretty much immediately it was going to be a stand-up double. 1-1. That'll miss. Pirog now just past 40 pitches. But he's eyeing another really quick inning of work here. 2-1. And he might get it. It's on the ground to Anderson at second. Fields it on a few hops and fires to first in time. And that retires the side. Another 1-2-3 for Nate Pirog. We head to the bottom of the third. Keene State coming up. 9-1-2.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, you get a look there at assistant coach Sean McKenna manning third base, his usual spot here on this Wednesday afternoon. Got the gloves on today as well. Somewhat chilly out there, and there's Luciano Frezza, who is catching today, will be leading off this bottom of the third for the Owls. 9-1-2 coming up, so after Frezza, it'll be Luke Anderson and Evan McHugh to follow him against Jacob Hobart, who gets ready to work in his third inning. So it's been back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Nate Pirog. At least to this point, Hobart has not had a 1-2-3. Almost did last time, but a 2-out single from Tagliaferro broke that up. As Frezza digs in with a legendary walk-up song, if I've ever heard one. And the freshman catcher goes after the first one and fouls it away. So not many at-bats as you see there, but on the season 2 for 11. Did get the start in game 2 on Friday against Rhode Island here at home. And he's going to ground this one to second on the first in time from Kornacki, and there's one away.
Second baseman number 2, Luke Anderson.
Now back to the top of the order, another fast out. Just 2 pitches, and Hobart able to retire Frezza. The team swinging pretty early and often in counts. And that one going to be popped up to short, and Nivison will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. So Anderson retired there on just one pitch.
Number 12, Evan McHugh.
And now Evan McHugh digs in. Hugh 1 for 1, had a double to right field his first time up. Trying to prevent a 1-2-3 here from Jacob Hobart. He's ahead 1-0. And that's a strike. If McHugh can reach, he would get it to Ehlers. Ehlers also 1 for 1. Hugh's been having a really nice season, and he's going to ground that one to third. That time fielded by Cannon Marshall and thrown to first in time. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Hobart, and we'll head to the fourth. Game flying so far, still no score.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at FentonDealerships.com.
The right fielder,
heading to the top of the fourth. In Western New England coming up, still no score. Be Ryan Montini, the right fielder, to lead it off against Nate Pirog, who has gotten through 3 innings and 3 strikeouts to work with. First pitch here, grounded to Anderson, on to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Been a lot of that here so far this afternoon, a lot of early count outs. See Pirog just at now 43 pitches. Through 3 1/3 now. And now here's Jack Loftus. Loftus reached his first time up on a 4-pitch walk, and he looks at ball 1 here. Owls did not want to go anywhere near him that first time. We'll see what they do here. That was also with 2 outs, though, a man at second, so they had first base open. That one misses high. And Loftus, 5 home runs this year. That one not close. And he has yet to see a strike today from Pirog, who was on the verge of another 4-pitch walk to him. Would be his second of the day. That's to go along with the 3 strikeouts. 3-0. That one does find the plate. And it's 3-1. Pirog trying to battle back. Strike 2. So he does run the count full. Loftus not going after either one of them. And we'll see if he can record an out here. Here's a full count pitch. Pirog with the hesitation again. Now fires it in. He popped up down the right field side and out of play, foul. So somebody on the Owls have to run over and go get that ball. Three-two, swung on and missed for strike three, so he battles all the way back to get his fourth strikeout of the day, and he gets Loftus there. 2 away. Looked like it was going to be another 4-pitch walk, but Pirog comes all the way back from 3-0. And there's 2 up, 2 down for Leo Peregrino, the designated hitter. Takes a strike. Peregrino 0 for 1. Came in, though, today hitting .448, though not a huge sample size to go off of. Pirog looking for, hopefully for him, another 1, 2, 3. And if he can do it, it would be the 3rd straight inning he's had of that volition. Keene State hoping to get to the bottom of the 4th, still knotted at 0. That one will just miss. Count even at 1-1. Sun kind of peeking through a little bit now. It's been mostly cloudy through at least the start of this afternoon. A little bit of haze now, the 1-1. No, that's strike 2. Got the inside corner. And Pirog eyeing now his 5th K of the day, as he'll deal a 1-2 here to Peregrino. Another hesitation here with 2 strikes. And he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5th K of the day for Nate Pirog. He is dealing as of right now. That's his 3rd straight 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
National championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Turn this music on, we still dancing.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Get a good look at the flag there here. Slight breeze this afternoon from the Owl Athletic Complex. Nothing major as we are in the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Another clean inning of work. And Nate Pirog now up to 5 strikeouts. And now it turns back over to Jacob Hobart. And he'll face Tommy Ehlers to lead things off here in the bottom half. Ehlers 1 for 1, had a base hit his first time up. Lined it just over the head of Greg Nivison at short. And it looked like for a second it might score the first run of the day, but Evan McHugh was held up at 3rd with 1 out, and then the next batter, Zena, grounded into a double play. Hobart looking for another 1, 2, 3. Got his first 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd, and he gets strike 2. He's quickly ahead here. Both strikeouts, both pitchers working ahead in counts here early in this one. 0-2. And that one's poked into center field, and it's going to be caught for the first out by Gamache. It was just hitting everything right now, even ahead 0-2. Still makes solid contact. Thought he was going to have another hit, but hit a little bit too hard. And one away. So now Shazina digs in, second at bat of the day. Again, grounded into a double play back in the first inning, and it ended the inning as it's popped up to first, and it's going to find its way out of play. Owls searching for win number 9 of the season. Of course, this is a non-conference matchup, but trying to help their overall record. And it's going to be grounded to short. Nivison fields it nicely. Now fires in time. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. And now here's the DH, Chatfield. Called out on strikes in his first at bat. One of the strikeouts for Hobart today. First pitch to him is going to be gone after, hit in the air to right, back on it at the track, and at the wall, it's gone! Jonathan Chatfield breaks the scoring open today with his 4th bomb of the year. Owls are on the scoreboard. Finally, they've been jumping on that first pitch all day today, and a lot of them have resulted in outs, but not there. Chatfield absolutely crushes one to right, and Keene State has the lead. Montini was going back, and he had absolutely no chance. He couldn't find it at first, but it didn't matter anyway. Now Emmett Borenstein. 0 for 1 today, ground out to third his first time up. Now 2 for 13 on the season. Again, did get his first collegiate home run yesterday in Westfield. Goes fishing and comes up empty there. Been waiting a little bit to say that for Chatfield. They've been on 3 home runs for at least a couple weeks and gets his 4th right there. Finally gets the scoring going here in the 4th. So Hobart was cruising to a 1-2-3, and now this one's poked in the air to left by Borenstein, down the line, and it's going to go foul. That was absolutely stung, but just a little bit early. So we'll see if that gets the Keene State offense going a little bit. That's their 4th hit of the day. 1-2 from Hobart. Hit in the air to center. And now it's over to left. Under it is Loftus. He'll make the catch to retire the sign. But Jonathan Chatfield strikes for his 4th home run of the season. And it gets the Owls in the lead, 1-0 as we head to the 5th.
Western New England 0.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
Here you get a look at Jonathan Chatfield DHing today. He is right now the difference in the game. A solo shot in the bottom half of last inning to put the Owls in front 1-0. And of course, going to stay in the dugout as well. Going to catch there a couple of catches from some teammates. As back to business now. Here's Nate Pirog back out for another inning of work into the 5th. Got 4 scoreless to this point. And he'll get 6, 7, and 8. Tyler Kornacki, the second baseman, will lead off. had 3 straight innings of 1, 2, 3. And trying to keep that streak going. Another fast 4th inning for Pirog. Big swing and a miss. Kornacki comes up empty. And Kornacki struck out his first time up. And that was back in the 2nd inning. It was the lead off the 2nd, now leading off the 5th. He's going to roll this one over to first. Bornstein taps first, and there's one away.
That is the shortstop. Number 5, Greg Nivison.
Another quick AB there for the Golden Bears. Just 3 pitches, and Kornacki is retired. And now here's the shortstop, Greg Nivison. So that's now 11 straight batters that Pirog has sat down. Here's a 1-0 to Nivison. We'll find the plate. That's a strike. His pitch count, this will be number 60, but pretty good given that it's the 5th inning. As he gets ready and fires a 1-1, and it's fouled away, and he's ahead 1-2. Nivison, like most of the lineup to this point, 0 for 1. Pirog trying to make it 0 for 2. And also eyeing his 6th K. And that'll miss high. So the count runs even now. Count even on Nivison, the shortstop. Owls finally breaking through on the scoreboard in the bottom of the 4th. That one will miss. And the count is full. Haven't seen many full counts today from Pirog. Although he did go full with Jack Loftus the last time up, but that was coming all the way back from 3-0. And he ended up striking him out. 3-2 is going to be tapped over to third. It's going to roll foul. So Nivison will hang in for at least another pitch. Pretty quick first out, a ground out to first from Tyler Kornacki on just 3 pitches. This one a little bit lengthier, but still trying to retire another batter. Pirog with a long look in now. Does that 2-strike hesitation move again. A long one this time, and now fires. Foul back. Nivison putting together a nice at-bat. Certainly one of the better at-bats for Western New England at this point today. Owls going for their 3rd straight over the Golden Bears. 3-2. Fouled off again. Before the 2 straight going back to a couple of years ago, the Owls actually had lost a number in a row against Western New England, actually 4 in a row. They lost that from 2017 through 22. On the ground hard, but foul. And it finds its way down the left field line. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat for Pirog against Nivison, who's put together a nice battle. Here's another 3-2. And he's going to stay alive again. This has not been the story of most of Pirog's starts so far today. They've been a lot of quick outs. Not a lot of deep battles. Not a lot of full counts either. As you see there, this will be number 11 of the AB. 3-2 again from Pirog. Swing and a miss, strike three. He finally wins the battle against Nivison and sits down his 12th bear in a row. And now the catcher, Galizia, digs in. Well, that did make him use a bit of pitches. He's now up to 68, but is still able to sit down Nivison on strikes. Galizia also struck out his first time up, swinging, and that misses for ball one. Foul back by the Bears catcher, and it's 1-1. Mentioned that 4-game win streak for Western New England that spanned from 2017 to 2022. Of course, no game in 2020. And that was in head coach Justin Blood's first year. Golden Bears lead the series actually all time, 12-11. Can be popped up under it, and not having to play now is Frezza, and it's 1-2. Pirog eyeing yet another strikeout. And trying to get his second one of the day against Galizia. There's a 1-2. See if he pulls that hesitation move again. That's been his thing with 2 strikes. He's doing it. 1-2. That one will miss high. So he is up now to 72 pitches, but still in that range where if he can get out of it quick here, you could certainly put him in for the 6th. 1-2. Now he does the quick pitch and fouls back. Trying to throw off the timing of these hitters. See a lot of professional minor league pitchers do that as well. And now a 2-2. 2s all around with 2 outs. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 7 of the day for Nathan Pirog. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Keene State still in front, 1-0.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at FentonDealerships.com.
Seven, 8, 9 due up for the Owls here in the bottom of the 5th. Dominic Tagliaferro will lead it off, 1 for 1 on the afternoon with a base hit. And how about the work that Nate Pirog has put in to this point today? 7 strikeouts, another 1-2-3 inning. And he's now sat down 13 straight Golden Bears here today, going all the way back to the first inning. And he had guys at first and second and 2 out, got out of that jam, and ever since has not allowed a base run. And no hits either. Tagliaferro digs in against Hobart and looks at ball 1. Hobart quietly has also had a good day, just 38 pitches. going into the 5th inning. A lot of early outs have been made by the Owls, but the difference to this point is a first pitch home run from Jonathan Chatfield. Count now 1-1, and Stung, a base hit down the left field line. It's fair. Rounding first, headed to second is Tagliaferro. He's now 2 for 2 with a single and now a double. So how about that for the freshman, getting to start this afternoon here in a non-conference game. And 2 for 2 on the afternoon. And he's now halfway to the cycle. Now here's Anthony DiGiacomo, 0 for 1, but in a prime RBI spot here, man at second and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. See if he can drive in Tagliaferro against Hobart. That's a ball. So maybe the Owls starting to see Hobart a little bit better here. Giacomo flew out, as you see there, his first time up. The last 3 batters have hits going back to last inning with Chatfield's home run. That'll miss low, ball 2. And Hobart coming in, 958 earned run average. And also Pirog coming in had a similar area, 988. Certainly lowered that quite a bit with his 5 scoreless innings as it's popped out of play foul by DiGiacomo, now 2-1. It's a little bit of random history, but Keene State has now played on April 2nd the last 3 years. And going back, they're 2-1 over the last 2 at least. One loss came in a doubleheader a couple of years ago against Rhode Island College. That was up at Franklin Pierce. And last year, it was the home opener for them as they took down Fitchburg State 7-4. Swing and a miss. DiGiacomo goes fishing and can't come up with it off the plate. That's just the second strikeout of the day for Jacob Hobart here in the 5th inning, but he gets it. And now the number 9 man, the catcher, Frezza. Frezza 0 for 1. Goes after the first one, hits it in the air to center. And making the catch there for the second out is Gamache. So 1 up, or 1 pitch, 1 out there, and there's 2 down. Going to be up to Luke Anderson now to drive home Tagliaferro, who had a leadoff double. Things were looking pretty promising here in the bottom of the 5th. Still not over yet, though. Anderson 0 for 2. First pitch from Hobart. And if Hobart can get out of it, this could be another pretty fast inning overall for him. It didn't look like it was going to be given the leadoff double. But he's gotten a couple pretty quick outs here. Able to strike out DiGiacomo and then get Frezza to fly out to center on 1 pitch. And Anderson now quickly down 0-2. One fouled over towards the Owls dugout, behind it. Also kind of in the direction of the field hockey lacrosse field, which got a men's lacrosse practice going on right now. Hobart trying to escape the leadoff double, though, and he's going to get a grounder foul down the first base side. And Hobart, much like his counterpart Pirog, has been pretty solid today. Just not being able to really show it so far, given that his team is down. But again, just one run. Anderson goes after that one and pops it up to second base. Under it is now the shortstop, Nivison. He'll make the catch. So that will strand the leadoff double from Dominic Tagliaferro, and we'll head to the sixth. Still 1-0 Keene State.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
Welcome to Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt. Our first contestant is suffering from knee pain from a recent running incident. What do we think, audience? Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt? Why not try Hurt Skirt? Make your recovery hassle-free with Hurt Skirt, a patent-pending, stretch-to-fit, hot-cold therapeutic sleeve, proven to stay cold longer and still remain completely mobile. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt.
All right, we are back now for the top of inning number 6. Griffin Melanson joins us now. Happy to have you on, Griffin.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Glad I'm able to get back on the call. Here for a good afternoon, some baseball.
Look there, Coach Blood in the dugout, 4th season, graduate of Franklin Pierce 21 years ago, back in 04. And Nathan Pirog now has retired 13 straight Golden Bears. They're going to try to get on here right away, and they are.
Yeah, nice drop bunt there by the Bears, able to get it down the first base line. Number 10 is just able to leg it out, get down there. So good bunt there for the Bears.
So Jack Gamache with a leadoff bunt single. Probably a smart idea. I mean, that's really the only way they're able to break up.
Yeah, just gotta get some base runners on the bases right now and just try to get any sort of offense going. Try to force Keene to make some errors.
Leadoff man now here is Cannon Marshall, 0 for 2.
No.
So that's the first base runner that Western New England's had all the way since the first inning. They had men on first and second and 2 out. Pirog now working from the stretch. That's a ball, and Frezza knocks it down.
Curious to see what the man on first is going to be able to do here. He's been taking a bit of a bigger lead.
Yeah, and as you can see, Gamache, the center fielder, can run, so would suspect he'll be on the move at some point. He's going to check on him and back in safely ahead of Bornstein's tag. So the first real kind of obstacle that Pirog's had to work with, again, all the way since the first inning. That one will miss high to Marshall, 0 for 2. Now ahead, though, 2-0. With the first name Cannon and playing third base, you got to think he has a good arm.
Absolutely.
I mean, you just have to. If you have that as your first name, that's in for strike one.
Yeah, good pitch there by Keene State, working it back up into the count. Falling behind, though, 2-1, but got a strike on the board.
Gerard trying to battle back, 2-1. And it's going to be grounded. This might be 2 on to second for 1. On to first. Double play.
Good play there by the Owls to turn 2. Definitely looked like a close one at first, but
I got to be honest, I hesitated there. I thought he was safe at first.
Yeah, I'm going to have to jump on board with you there. I thought he might have snuck in, but obviously the ump said otherwise. So the Owls now have 2 outs.
And no replay review system here. We did have that one that might have been different, but nonetheless, 2 out. And now here's Floric. Floric 1 for 2. Had to double his first time up down the left field line. And he grounds this one past the dive of Anderson and into right field, a base hit. So now Floric has at least been able to see Pirog decently today. He's now 2 for 3, and that double play now is huge with that base hit.
Yeah, good effort there by the second baseman. Anderson laid out for it, but just a little bit out of reach. So good piece of hitting there for the Bears. They're throwing once again with a man on base. See what the Owls can do here.
Ryan Montini, the right fielder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pirog trying to work around that leadoff bunt single, although he got the double play ball, obviously.
He's able to come right at him with a strike there, get up in the count early here.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot today. It's been a big part of the reason why he's been successful to this point. 7 strikeouts. Strike 2, he's ahead 0-2. It's true generally that usually when you get ahead of guys, it's a lot of good things tend to happen.
Interested to see what Pirog's going to throw here at him up, like we said, 0-2 on the count.
Looking for his 8th strikeout here against Montini. Gets a grounder, and it's going to be through the hole again for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Floric. He's going to get there, standing up, and all of a sudden runners on the corners with 2 out.
Now batting left fielder number 20, Jack Loftus.
For Jack Loftus, who is red hot. He's officially 0 for 1 on the line score, walked in his first at bat, and struck out last time up.
Western New England here able to get together a couple of hits, able to advance the guy from first all the way to third. Starting to put some stuff together, and I'll start off with that bunt, even though he got turned on that double play. Still, they're able to put the ball in play right now. Starting to maybe get a figure out Pirog here a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, Western New England now up to 4 hits, the 3rd hit of the inning there on the single for Montini. He was down 0-2. Keene State now getting some relief action in the bullpen. First pitch to Loftus, ahead 0-1. Gotta be careful here though. Loftus, again, coming in red hot. Was 5 for his last 11 and has also hit 5 homers this year. 0-1. Caught foul and out of play, and he's quickly up 0-2.
Once again, he finds himself in this position. It's just a matter of getting that knockout punch here, so we'll see what he can bring to the table.
Owls with double barrel action. You got a righty and a lefty, looks like going right now in the pen. And the 0-2 from Pirog trying to escape a jam. Inside, and it hits him. Just could not have that happen, and the bases are loaded. Here's the DH now, Leo Peregrino. And a golden opportunity for the Golden Bears. And Coach Justin Blood is going to head out. We'll see if this will do it now for Nathan Pirog. To this point, 5 2/3. He's responsible for everybody on base. Team coming out. And this might just be a pep talk. We'll see.
So far up to this point in the game, he's pitched pretty well. Like you said, the only hit before this inning was in the first inning. So, I mean, he's thrown some good scoreless innings for the Owls, so it's just a matter if he can finish out this inning, if he feels comfortable enough doing it, or if they just need to bring in a guy, get this last out here.
I think they're going to leave him in. I mean, they do have at least the matchup probably that they want. Peregrino 0 for 2 has struck out, and of course lefty-lefty. Just have to attack him, and that hasn't been a problem for Pirog. I mean, he did get ahead of Loftus 0-2, and then unfortunately just hit him with the 0-2 pitch.
So here we go, the biggest at bat for the Bears in the game at this point right here, number 31. We'll see what damage he can do.
Yeah, Pirog trying to work out of big trouble, and for as well as he's pitched, again, Hobart has also pitched very well, so it's just 1-0 in this game right now. That one will miss for a ball. He checked the swing. So a hit could at least knock in 2 here. Florek at third, Montini at first, and Loftus, Montini at second, Loftus at first, foul back.
You could tell he wanted that one. He was definitely looking to clear some bases there.
Yeah, either clear the bases or grand slam. We saw a grand slam here on Friday from Lucas Pierce of Rhode Island. 1-1. Strike 2. He's quickly ahead of another hitter in Peregrino. Now let's see if he can finish. Really the first long inning all day for Nate Pirog. Longest at least since the first. All the other innings have been very fast. Here's a 1-2. And it's going to be fouled away. He'll stay alive.
So the battle will continue here. It's Pirog just trying to get this last out, last strike, anything here to get his team out of this bases loaded situation.
And hopefully if he can get this last out and get out of the inning, get the game to the bullpen in the 7th. Here's his 92nd pitch, 1-2. Strike 3 called, he gets him. Peregrino down on strikes again, and Pirog's fired up. He's out of the jam with his 8K today. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Keene State still in front.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Holmes.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
So Nate Pirog, how about the day that he's had today? 6 innings of work, 8 strikeouts, no runs allowed. And it looks like you would think his day is done, as that was his 92nd pitch to escape the top of the 6th with the bases loaded. And he's able to strike out Leo Peregrino to get out of it.
Absolutely big start by Pirog today. You know, he was able to silence West New England bats while he was on the mound, put his team in a good position here through almost 6 innings. Keene State has a chance here to do some damage in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see how this inning goes. Evan McHugh will be leading it off for the Owls.
Yeah, McHugh has a hit, a double back in the first inning, and he goes after the first one, hits it in the air to right. But under it to make the catch is Montini, and there's one away.
McHugh comes out of the gate swinging first pitch, trying to get some offense going here. Goes opposite field, but hit it right at the right fielder there. So, unlucky, but got the bat on the ball. Now it's just about getting those balls to drop.
And if you're McHugh, you obviously want a hit out of that, but can't be too upset with the solid contact. You know they're going to come eventually. Ehlers cues this one to first. He's just going to lose the race to the bag as Florek able to win it. And there's 2 up and 2 down.
Definitely has some wheels on him, though. That bunt was a lot closer than it would have been with a lot of other players. But I think he might have just pushed it a little bit too far up the line, make the play a little bit easier for the first baseman over there. And unfortunately, he's not able to win the foot race. But definitely closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, certainly. And now Shea Zena, 2 pitches thrown by Jacob Hobart this inning. And now Zena shows bunt, and it takes a first pitch strike. The only run that, of course, Keene State has had today, the only run of the ball game in total has been Chatfield's home run, and that was also on a first pitch swing.
Chatfield on deck too right now, hoping that he can get a base runner, hopefully continue to do some damage during this game.
And would love to get another crack at it here. That one a ball to Zena, and Hobart now down 2-1 in the count. But Hobart just did 55 pitches. This will be number 56. So while Pirog is likely going to be out of the game, he's going to be good to continue as long as he keeps dealing here. This has been a true pitcher's game, as the score would indicate. Here's the 2-2. Zeno looks at a ball outside, and of course all the talk this past weekend in Major League Baseball about the torpedo bats. Certainly not that type of game here today.
Definitely not.
3-2. Zena fouls one off and stays alive.
Good at bat here by Zena. Looked like the first couple of pitches, the pitcher was trying to work it low and outside, missed the spot a couple times, hit it there. And now he's just trying to come back here in the at-bat and get this last out.
Zena trying to break up a potential 1-2-3 for Hobart, and Hobart is going to get it. He gets him swinging as he pulled the string on that one. We'll head to the top of the seventh. Still 1-0 Owls.
Western Illinois University 0.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
So after 6 scoreless innings of work, new pitcher finally on here as the Owls get into the bullpen. It's Liam Conley, the senior from nearby Marlow, New Hampshire. This year 1-0, a .514 earned run average. And he does have 9 strikeouts to 5 walks.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can continue on this trend of the pitcher's duel.
Yeah, it's going to get 6, 7, and 8 for the Bears. It'll be Kornacki, Nivison, and Galizia due up. Kornacki, the second baseman, leads it off. Conley, kind of a funky delivery. This kind of a three-quarter, maybe not three-quarters, as it's popped up. Over in foul ground is McHugh. Now he gives way to DiGiacomo, and he made the catch.
Looked like he dropped it there for a quick second, but he was able to get the bare hand on and hold on to it for the out. Good call by the shortstop, calling off his third baseman McHugh there as he started doing a little bit of backpedaling, saw the hat fly off. Got in a bit of a danger zone, but the shortstop was able to come over and make the play.
So now with the shortstop, Nivison, it was off the glove, and it looked like he was going to drop it, and he just was able to grab it with his bare hand off the deflection. So nice play. Unorthodox there in foul ground. As Nivison looks at ball one. Nivison 0 for 2. Had a long battle with Nate Pirog, 11 pitches, but ended up striking out in the end. Conley with a 1-0. And that's going to be stung but fouled down the first base side.
And so Collins able to even the count here, 1-1. Just got to make sure we're aware this first two batters here have been putting the bat on the ball even though it hasn't been in fair play. Just a matter of time of when they start timing it up.
Yeah, just the third pitch, or now be the fourth pitch here for Conley. 1-1. One's off the plate.
Missed in a similar spot as the first pitch there. Again, rolling outside, trying to get him to chase.
Yeah, second pitch, it was barreled up, but of course, luckily for Keene, just going foul down the right field side. The line drive. 2-1. And again, he misses, and he falls behind 3-1. So they're going to have to battle back to try to get the Western New England shortstop. And Nivison coming in was just 1 for 3 on the season, so not many at-bats to go off of. Now 1 for 5. 3-1. That one misses inside, and that's a 5-pitch walk. So Conley has a base runner to deal with now. Now the catcher, Antonio Galizia, digs in.
Yeah, so once again, Western New England, they're getting some runners on base here to start off the 7th inning. So Keene State looking for a double play or just trying to get that out at second.
And maybe try to get a double play ball here out of Galizia. Has not reached base. Struck out both times.
Look at a strike right there.
In the top of the 7th here from the Owl Athletic Complex. Overcast right now. And still about mid-40s. They'll check back on the runner at first. And Nivison back in safely. Can't complain too much here in early April. Anytime there's not rain in the forecast, it's always a good thing.
Even snow.
Even snow too, yeah. We're still at that point. You never know as it's going to be popped up and out of play foul.
Conley able to go up in the count, 0-2 here, looking to get this third out. Just try to erase this walk and go back and get the bats rolling for the Owls here.
Yeah, if you could get 2 here, that'd be great. From Galizia. Also trying to potentially fan him for the 3rd time today as he'll step off and call timeout. That one on Conley. Owls also looking for their 9th win of the year. Golden Bears in search of their 12th. This is on the ground to third. We might have it here to second for 1. On to first for 2. Double play. Conley gets him there. And we'll go ahead, Griffin.
Yeah, once again, the Owls are able to turn that double play, get them out of some trouble here. So nice play defensively by the Owls and McHugh over at third base.
Head to the bottom of the 7th, still 1-0.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
So Liam Conley able to induce a 5-4-3 double play to retire the side there in the top half of the inning as you get a look at the Keene State dugout. Hoping to get win number 9. Of course, not a conference game today, but they all count nonetheless. As Jacob Hobart is back out there been very effective with his pitch count today, and just the one mistake to the man who's going to greet him first in the bottom of the 7th, and that's Jonathan Chatfield. A solo shot in the bottom half of the 4th, and that lead is stuck to this point, 1-0.
A big at-bat here to start the 7th, like you said. Chatfield, the only one to really figure out Hobart so far in this game. We'll see how this AB goes.
And he jumped on the first pitch in that at-bat. This time he'll take strike 1. So Chatfield 1 for 2. His first at-bat, he was called out on strikes. Junior hoping to get on board here again, but he falls behind 0-2.
Hobart here with the advantage, trying to get the K, keep this pitch count low here. He's been efficient so far through 7.
Yeah, both starters certainly have pitched well enough to win this game. And he gets Chatfield swinging on just 3 pitches.
But just like that, Hobart not skipping a beat here. He's just kept on pumping the zone, and he's getting the outs he needs. Keene State, like you said, still has that one solo shot, but we'll see what the Owls can do here in this inning.
And to this point, have been able to make it stick. Bornstein 0 for 2. Looking to reach the first time today. Goes after the first one, pops it up. Third baseman Marshall able to make the catch. Coming in a bit. It's 2 up, 2 down. 4 pitches in the bottom of the 7th. So Bornstein, I was just about to say, mentioned it a few times throughout the broadcast. He got his first college home run yesterday against Westfield. Obviously, the Owls lost the game. Still a nice moment for him, and now got the start today. Here's a guy, though, who has been able to figure out Hobart. 2 for 2, and that's freshman Dominic Tagliaferro in right field.
We'll look at that one for the first strike of the at-bat.
Tagliaferro halfway to the cycle as he checked the swing there, and it's 1-1. Had a base hit back in the 2nd inning, and a double last time up. That was in bottom of the 5th. Was able to lead off the inning actually with a double, but 3 straight outs and did not advance at all. 2-1. Foul back, and he's counts now even.
Hobart's just been attacking the zone all game, getting the Owls to chase, allowing his defense to make plays, and also catching a couple Ks here along the way.
He's looking for another fast inning. Another 2-2 is going to be popped up. Over is the second baseman, Kornacki. He'll make the catch, and that's another fast 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Hobart. To the top of the 8th we go. Keene State trying to keep that 1-0 lead.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles, the largest selection of inventory in New Hampshire. New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. With a selection of over 30 brands, New Car has exactly what you need across the Granite State. Find your new car from any of New Car's family of dealerships throughout the Northeast and get it shipped to New Car Nissan of Keene for free. Plus, we'll deliver your new car right to your door. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
At Keene State College, life is an adventure. You'll forge your path forward. As an Owl, you'll take on challenges in the classroom, field, court, or track. Every worthwhile adventure has its share of blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard work and dedication. No Owl flies alone on their journey at Keene State. Teammates, coaches, professors, alumni, and fellow Owls are with you along the way. They lift you up as you continue forward. When you're part of Owl Nation, you become the person you truly want to be.
Liam Conley will work into the 8th inning, had a scoreless 7th, and in the end only faced 3 batters with that double play to end it. They now try to work the scoreless 8th here and keep the Owls in front, clinging to a tight 1-0 lead.
Definitely, the Owls have been able to turn a couple big double plays here to help them get out of some situations. Good pitching performance by both teams, as well as defensively. So we've been in for a defensive showdown this afternoon.
Yeah, true pitcher's duel if there ever was one. Obviously, Pirog only going 6, and Hobart still in the game to this point. And now here's Jack Gamache, the center fielder. Last time up had that bunt single, which broke up Pirog's 13 in a row retired. And that was when Western New England was able to load the bases all with 2 out. Of course, he was retired in that double play. But Pirog was able to get a strikeout to get out of it. Conley missing there, ball 2.
Once again, low and outside. He's been trying to hit that bottom corner. Just missing a little here.
Just a little off, as you said. But at the end of the day, Conley just 8 pitches there in the 7th. That'll miss low. And he's quickly behind Gamache here, 3-0. Don't want to walk the leadoff guy. It's the top of the order coming up. Keene Marshall on deck. Trying to battle all the way back. 3-0. Not close, ball 4. And Coach Blood once again had double barrel action going in the Keene State bullpen. So Conley walks the leadoff man. We'll see. He's going to lead him in here. He is kind of at the edge, though, of the fence in the dugout. And now here's Keene Marshall. See if Conley can get another double play ball, or they're probably going to try to lay down the sacrifice. That's what they try to do, and it's off, ball 1.
Owls here just trying to find the zone, hoping to get an out.
Saw assistant coach McKenna there trying to tell his guys to calm down. Marshall shows bunt again and fouls it back. That's strike 1. Marshall 0 for 3, no hits today. He's not a strikeout victim, though, as Pirog had 8. First time now facing a different pitcher, and he'll be happy to see that, certainly. And he gets this one down, but it's going to roll foul, and now 1-2. So Conley, we'll see what Marshall does here if they leave the bunt sign on. Coach Dan Gomez there for Western New England. Or if they have him swing here. You would think they'd have him swing with 2 strikes, but never know. Sometimes they really want to get that sacrifice down.
We'll see how badly they want to push this runner at first over his second.
Conley with a 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets him on a foul tip. And Marshall now 0 for 4. There's 1 away.
Good pitch by Conley there. He was able to get him with the off speed. Kind of looked like he was ahead of that ball. Just hoping for the catcher to mess it up some way, somehow. He was hoping he foul tipped it, but Conley able to sit him down here for the first out of the inning.
So Andrew Florick now. Had a double his first time up. First pitch to him, just low. And maybe a little off, too. Florick 2 for 3, double and a single. I mentioned that double his first time up. Had a base hit the last time, and that was part of what loaded the bases for Western New England. All with 2 out, 1-0. Goes after this one, hits it in the air to center. Ehlers camped under it, though. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
So Western New England once again able to get a base runner on the bag, but just has not been able to push them any further past first base other than when they had the bases loaded.
Montini also with a hit. They'll check back at first, and back in safely is Gamache. Gamache led it off with a 4-pitch walk from Conley. Wasn't really close on any of them, but has come back to get the last 2 outs. Now trying to get out of the 8th inning and get it to the bottom half of the 8th and then the top of the 9th.
Good pitch there by Conley. He was able to drop that one in there for the strike.
Montini struck out, grounded out, and of course last time singled. Oh and 1. Conley trying to do a big service here. Runner goes, and it's going to be fouled down the left field side, and it's quickly 0-2. So good jump there for Gamache. Of course, the center fielder's got some speed. Surprised maybe they didn't try to send him there at some point with nobody out and with your leadoff man at the plate. Instead, they tried to sacrifice, and that didn't work. Conley, though, trying to get out of it. Here's the 0-2 to Montini. Is going to be hit in the air to right. Going back on it is Ehlers at the track at the wall. It's going to one-hop the wall. Around from first comes Gamache, and the game is tied. And clutch piece of hitting with 2 strikes from Ryan Montini. He has tied the game on an RBI double here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, and like we said, Western New England, they started getting the bat on the ball a little bit more. So it was only a matter of time before they were looking for that big hit. And unfortunately, it was able to fall in between the Owls center fielder and right fielder for the first run of the game for the Bears.
And now just trying to, once again, get the game tied to the bottom of the 8th. We saw this on Friday with the grand slam in the 8th for Lucas Pierce. Obviously, that was a little bit different, but once again, the Owls allowing the game to be tied here in the late innings. And it's Jack Loftus again, just 0 for 1 on the line score, but walked a couple times. Well, actually walked once and got hit by a pitch the other time. Now he cranks this one in the air to right. Diving is Tagliaferro. He can't get it, and another run is in. Scoring from second is Montini. An RBI single from Jack Loftus has put Western New England in front.
Just like that, 2 quick hits, able to turn this game around. Western New England able to score 2 runs this inning to find themselves up in the late part of this game.
What an effort there from Dominic Tagliaferro in right field, just not able to make the catch.
Looked like it almost bounced off his glove and then hit the back of his foot. Fortunately not able to hold on to it.
And now Leo Peregrino. So still a 2-1 game. Still just a 1-run lead. Owls obviously hoping to keep it that way and have 2 more chances. Big swing there, and he comes up empty. But still deflating for Conley, who, of course, that leadoff walk got the next 2 outs with no advancement from the runner. And back-to-back hits, a double and a single with 2 away has given the Bears the lead. Conley will step off here. Just trying to limit the damage though here. Peregrino struck out twice, is 0 for 3. And he hits this one. That's going to dunk down for a base hit. The 3rd straight hit, and to third now goes Loftus. Runners on the corners with 2 out.
Now batting is the second baseman, number 4.
So Peregrino able to get aboard, and now we'll leave Conley out there for the moment. And here comes Coach Blood, and I think this might do it.
Yep, the Owls there struggled to get this last out of the inning. Western New England able to string together some hits, find themselves with a man on 3rd and 1st. They put together, I believe it was like 3 hits this inning, so bats are starting to come alive. Interesting to see how the Owls will respond.
So that's going to do it for Conley. He cannot escape the inning, and we'll have a pitching change in just a moment here on the Owls Media Network.
New pitcher for the Owls.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges, and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is going to fall.
And there she goes, and she's got it! How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport!
So new pitcher here for the Owls. In the top of the 8th, it's Troy Brennan. High leverage relief man, has had a good year, 1-0, 2.31 ERA in his junior season out of Wilton, New Hampshire. And now faces Tyler Kornacki here, trying to get out of this 2-out trouble still at 2-1. All these runs have scored though with 2 out. Just trying to keep this game within reach for the Owls offense, who has also been pretty stymied today. Just a solo home run from Jonathan Chatfield. That's been all the offense. And that was back in the 4th inning.
Yeah, I also have had a tough time figuring out Hobart today. Like you said, John Chatfield with that solo shot in the 4th, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, Jacob Hobart has pitched tremendously well. Nathan Pirog, the Owls starter, also pitched very well. Got through 6 innings scoreless. It's a scoreless 7th for Liam Conley. But the leadoff man on here with a walk, and then got 2 outs, and it looked like he was going to maybe get out of the inning. Still 1-0, but a few hits in a row have been strung together by the Golden Bears, and they have gone in front. Finally a strike there to Kornacki, who has not had a hit so far today. Brendan trying to come all the way back. Owls trying not to drop their 3rd game in a row. That one will miss. That's ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Kornacki, and the bases are loaded.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 5.
So Western New England once again finds themselves in a similar position. 2 outs, bases loaded. We'll see how the Owls can respond right here. Big at bat.
Yeah, Nivison, a huge spot. Already with the lead by a run, and now chance to really break it open. First pitch from Brennan is kind of corkscrewed foul for strike 1. Again, Brennan just trying to get things to the bottom half of the 8th, still with a 1-run game. Keep the Owls within striking distance. Also a little 2-game win streak here against the Golden Bears on the line, dating back the last couple of years. 2-1. The 0-1 is foul tipped. Quickly 0-2. Looking at the scoreboard there for a second.
Good pitch there by Brennan, able to get the batter a little bit ahead.
So Brennan quickly ahead of Nivison, who's reached once with a walk. And he's going to step off here. So the 0-2 for now will not be made. Another 0-2 to the shortstop, Nivison. Here it is. And bounced in the dirt. Nice stop, though, by Frezza. He's able to keep it in front of him enough. So no advance for the runners. Loftus has to stay put there. Had the go-ahead RBI single just off the glove of Tagliaferro in right. Another 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Brennan does get out of the bases loaded jam, but Western New England strikes for a couple of runs and now have the lead. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Keene State coming up, trying to rally.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at FentonDealerships.com.
We'll see. 8-9-1 coming up for Keene State. Jacob Hobart still in the game, and certainly right now, as it is trying to go maybe a complete game. I mean, he heads into the 8th here, still in the 60s with his pitch count. I think the high 60s, but still in a very good spot. He'll get, again, 8-9-1. Anthony DiGiacomo will lead off for the Owls.
Yeah, Owls looking to get something going here with the bottom of the order. Just trying to get base runners on, put a little pressure here on the Golden Bears, try to get something going in the late part of this game.
Certainly have to have better, more lengthy at bats. I mean, I know that Hobart's been filling up the zone, so that's made it tough. Fires in a strike there on cue. It's now 69 pitches, but you have to have certainly better at bats. That'll miss high, ball 1. Keene State does have a pitcher on deck. It's going to be Evan Cowley. Of course, did not get the start. It was backup catcher Luciano Frezza. Big swing there, and DiGiacomo behind 1-2. But certainly making sense to have a pinch hitter in that spot. Right in front of the top of the order. 1-2. Strike 3 called, and DiGiacomo did not like it, but he's rung up, looking. 1 gone. That's the 5th K for Hobart. And again, just 4 pitches. So Evan Cowley will dig in. His first debut of the day.
Owls just looking to generate something here, trying to get going, start getting some guys on bases.
Cowley coming in 309. Had a very good start to the year. Got the game-winning RBI double in game 1 of the doubleheader on Friday against Rhode Island College. That was in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 out. Nice clutch hit there for him. And he looks at strike 1, and Hobart is just filling up the zone right now. They do have action in their bullpen, as you see. But if Hobart continues to just deal like this, I mean, almost a Soto shuffle there from Cowley, but Hobart continues to deal. Might just see him working in the 9th.
Yeah, Hobart's definitely given Western New England some quality innings here today. Coming into the game and just been able to silence the Owls' bats.
Again, he came in with a 958 earner on average. 2-1. The Cowley, that'll miss. And he's ahead 3-1. So finally a good hitter's count here for the Owls. See if Cowley will be taken all the way or if he'll get the green light. Luke Anderson, the leadoff man today, is on deck. He takes ball 4. So Hobart didn't really go anywhere near him there. Top of the order now.
Owls pinch hitter able to get on. Just watch 4 balls go whiz past him. So Owls now has a little bit of danger on the base pass. So we'll see how they can bounce back here.
We'll see if they get Kelly on the move with 1 out. Anderson is up. He has not had a hit, 0 for 3. Has not reached either. And that one gets away, so that's going to do the job for him. Cowley is going to go to second and take a wide turn. They'll scamper back now. That one got away pretty good from Galizia, the catcher. But that was definitely a wild pitch on Hobart. And all of a sudden now the Owls have the tying run at second base with less than 2 out. See if Anderson can come through again. Looking for his first hit off of Hobart. That one well outside, ball 2.
Hobart, these last 2 batters, is starting to drive away from the strike zone a little bit. Starting to become a little more wild. You can definitely tell that these late innings are starting to get to him. And just like that, as we're talking, here comes the coach for Western New England out to the mound.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Gomez or one of their coaches coming out. See if this is a call to the bullpen or if this is just going to be a conference. Looks like it's just going to be a conference with the pitching coach.
Absolutely. Looks like he's just trying to reel back in Hobart here. He's pitched well all throughout the game. Just probably trying to give him a little breather, trying to tell him work through it, and we'll see how it goes from here. Just giving him a quick little rest.
Probably just trying to tell him again to just stay around the zone. I mean, he was doing that pretty well before Evan Cowley, and then just the last bunch of pitches has kind of lost touch.
Absolutely, yeah. Hobart came out of the gates hot, but ever since then, the Owls starting to threaten a little bit, have a man in scoring position on second as Cowley, like you said, was able to get the walk and then advance on the pass ball.
And of course, this now into the top of the order. Anderson, the leadoff man today, and then McHugh is on deck. Tommy Ayler's right now in the hole. So Hobart trying to battle back. Here's a 2-0. Popped up. Galizio over in foul ground. He's out of room. That's off the top of the Owls dugout.
The Owls here get a little bit of a break. Luckily that ball bounced off the roof. Catcher unable to get to it, but if it was 10 feet wider, who knows?
Yeah, I thought for a second maybe it would stay in, but luckily for Keene, able to carry out. Anderson gets another chance, 2-1. Here it is from Hobart. And it's going to be cranked in the air by Anderson. Back on it in right at the track. It's going to be caught in right field for the second out. Tagging now is Cowley. He takes a wide turn. Montini able to make the catch, and there's 2 down. Oh, he gave that one a ride for a second. It looked like he might have a chance to get out.
Definitely did. The right fielder that went all the way back to the warning track, feeling for the fence, but unfortunately it fell a couple feet too short. And instead, Cowley just advances over the third on the tag up.
It was so deep, too, that Cowley even took a little bit of a turn around third base. But now it's up to Evan McHugh to try to drive in this run from third with 2 out. And again, he's 0 for 3, has not got a hit off of Hobart. He looks at strike 1. Owls trying not to strand Cowley at third. Got on via the walk, then got to second on a wild pitch. Down to third on the fly out from Anderson. Cowley's down, or McHugh is down 0-2. Tommy Aylers, if it gets to him, would hit next. If not, he would lead off the bottom of the ninth. Oh-2 from Hobart. And nice check there. McHugh able to hold up on a pitch in the dirt. And they checked down anyway, but pretty clearly didn't go.
Yeah, it definitely looked like from our angle he was able to hold back on that one.
It's the advantage of being on kind of the first base side. You can tell, at least from righties, most of these hitters, you can tell whether they go or not. 1-2 from Hobart. Is going to be poked in the air to right, but under it to make the catch is Montini, and Western New England gets out of it. We'll head to the top of the ninth, still 2-1 Golden Bears.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
See the scoreboard there, pretty low scoring for both sides today. It's been a pitcher's duel. Evan Cowley now will come in behind the dish to catch after pinch hitting for Luciano Frezzo. And Troy Brennan back out there, got the final out of the top of the 8th. In his usual spot here, kind of in the late innings. And now we'll have 8-9-1 coming up against them for Western New England here in the 9th. Catcher Antonio Galizia leading off.
So we'll see if Brennan's going to be able to sit them down real quick here and give the Owls a chance to get the bats rolling in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, they'll have 3, 4, and 5. The Owls will to lead off. That one's poked in the air to right. Tagliaferro on the run. He's not going to get to it. And this is going to be a leadoff double for the catcher, Galizia. That's just his first hit today. But it might come in a big spot here as they have the leadoff man aboard in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, that ball was definitely close to going into foul play, but just dropped a couple inches to the left of the line to stay in fair territory. And just like that, Western New England leads off in the inning with a double.
Now here's Jack Gamache, the center fielder, 1 for 2. And Keene will have, again, 3, 4, and 5 due up in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Ehlers leading off. Certainly much rather have him lead off, though, in a 1-run game than if it's a 2-run game, if Western New England can push across that run from second or more. Certainly Keene State hopes to bring him up as the tying run in the bottom of the 9th. And it's 0-2. I think we had a pitch clock violation there against Gamache. So Brennan is now ahead quickly here in the count.
Yep, not sure what happened there, but strike's a strike.
0-2, gets away past Cowley and down to third goes that important runner. That's Galizia with less than, not even 1 out now. And that is obviously a very big run there at third base. It's going to be huge if Brennan can somehow get out of this, but very unlikely at this point. Infield now comes in. 1-2. Skipped in the dirt again. That time Cowley blocks it. And that's also a danger too, is get one more pitch in the dirt that gets past Cowley and you got to run without a hit.
Owls just trying to hold strong here.
2-2. And that one's certainly going to get it done. It's poked in the air to center in front of Ehlers. He knocks it down, but scoring from third is Galizia, and the lead now 3-1.
Yeah, it looked like that ball just kind of stuck in the ground there when it fell in front of Ehlers. Looked like he might have taken a step over it. I mean, that's what you can expect, though, in northern New England in April. Ground's a little soft, so.
Yeah, ground a little soft. Obviously, the game yesterday was supposed to be here against Westfield and ended up getting played over at their campus. Back to the top of the order now. Here's Keene Marshall, has not had success today to this point. 0 for 4. Strikeout in there as well. And he looks at a strike from Brennan. So RBI single from Jack Gamache, who's now 2 for 3. And he's at first base. Owls trying, though, not to let any more across. That one gets away from Callie, and Gamache will scamper down to second.
Oh, so once again, Western New England's able to advance off the base path, putting a little more pressure on the Owls here with no outs in the top of the 9th.
And a lot of small ball here from Western New England these last few innings. He offered there, and that's strike 2. He comes up empty on the bunt attempt.
Once again, he's tried the bunt in his last at-bat, too. He showed bunt a couple times, fouled some off, and then got the K.
Yeah, and that looked like at one point that Conley was going to get the Owls to the 9th with at least a 1-0 lead, but that didn't happen, all with 2 outs. RBI double, and a single. And now they push across another run here in the 9th. Owls now just trying to keep it at a 2-run game. With Gamache now at second. 1-2. Called strike 3. It pops out of the mid of Callie, but 1 down. So Marshall's tough day continues. He's now 0 for 5. And another strikeout, that time looking.
So Keene State able to get their first out of the 9th inning. Looking for 2 more here. Hoping to keep this base runner on second put.
And now here's Andrew Florick. Florick's had a decent day, a couple hits. Minute, just 254, but again, 2 for 4 today. Good for 500 on the afternoon. 1-0 from Brennan. That's a strike. Due up next is Ryan Montini, the right fielder. Again, Brennan has a lot of run here in the 9th. Just trying to check back, throw in, just not in time. Giacomo wanted the call, but they almost are able to pick off Gamache there at second. So it'll be a 1-1 here to Florick, the first baseman. Now miss low. And Keene State will have, as of right now, due up Ehlers, Zena, and Chatfield. That's the heart of their order in the bottom of the 9th. But now with a 2-run game. 2-1. Pop foul out of play.
Looks like the lacrosse team just gained a new ball.
A little bit heavier than a lacrosse ball, but hey,
absolutely.
Works for practice.
Get the hands going.
Build some muscle. 2-2 from Brennan. Hit in the air to center. Ehlers racing over. Now it's Zena in left, and Zena makes the catch. Tagging is Gamache from second. He's in the third with 2 out. So now here's Ryan Montini. For Montini, big hit last time up.
Looking to keep that train going as he has a man on third here with 2 outs. 2-run lead is definitely a whole lot different than a 3-run lead. So we'll see what he will be able to do up at the plate.
And Montini, a clutch hit last inning. It was an RBI double. Drive in the run for first to tie the game at the time. He rolls over this one to first, fielded easily by Bornstein, and that will do it. But Western New England tacks on another, and that feels like it could be a big run, but we'll see. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Keene State coming up, trying to rally down 2.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Troy Donahue is out of the bullpen, trying to close out a win today for Western New England. Brad Sim out of Wilbur, Mass, trying to earn another win, the second straight for the Golden Bears in their 12th of the season, and put them at 12-8. He's going to get 3-4-5 for the Owls, and coming in 1-2 with a .559 earned run average. Made 6 appearances this year. And he's got 7 Ks to a couple base on balls this year. Again, he's got Tommy Ahlers, Shea Zena, and Jonathan Chatfield, the heart of the Owls order, coming up. But Western New England able to tack on another run there in the top of the ninth, and the lead now 2. So that feels big to not have Ahlers come up as the tying run. But obviously you got Zena, who's also got some pop right behind him, so if he can get on, it might not be over yet.
Definitely not. Game's never over until the last pitch, so we'll see what the Owls are going to be able to do here. Like you said, you got Ahlers leading off. He's got some wheels, so if he gets on, you never know what can happen. Don't be surprised if you start seeing some movement along the base path here.
And you bring obviously the tying run and Zena to the plate as well. Chatfield already has a home run in this game. He's right now in the hole. But obviously we'll get a chance this inning. And after him, you have, if it gets that far, you'd have Borenstein at 6. Let's see, can the Owls rally? They're down 2. Have allowed 3 runs over the last couple innings after clinging to a 1-0 lead through 7. And the 1 run they've scored was the sole homer for Chatfield in the 4th.
Looks like we have some technical difficulties going on here.
Yeah, maybe pitch com?
Looks like that's what it is.
Yeah, issue with the pitch comm here with Donahue. Just trying to lock down the win for the Golden Bears, and an issue there. And Donahue coming in 1-2 record with a .559 ERA. It has been touched up a little bit out of their bullpen. I was hoping it's going to be more of the same for them. It was leading off, now digs in with the pitch comm issue settled. Donahue's first pitch popped up by Ahlers. Under it at short is Nivison. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, and maybe a little antsy there for Ahlers. Trying to jump on the first one.
So now we got Zena up. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. Trying to get the ball in play here.
Owls trying to avoid their 3rd straight loss, going back to game 2 of the conference doubleheader against Rhode Island on Saturday. Of course, dropped the game over in Westfield 10-5 yesterday. They'll be heading to Danbury, Connecticut on Saturday to go face Western Connecticut State on the road. That's another conference doubleheader. Zena fouls the first one off. And has yet to get a hit today, grounded into the double play back in the first. Also struck out in another ground out. The 0-1 from Donahue. Strike 2, and he's quickly ahead.
Just like that, now Zena's going to have to be ready to start protecting the plate, try to fire off some close calls here if need be. Just looking to get the barrel on the ball, trying to get some sort of base runner going here for the Owls.
Trying to get on for Chatfield, and 0-2 will miss outside. Again, Chatfield on deck, has a home run today, his 4th of the season. He was back in the 4th inning, and at the time put the Owls in front 1-0. 1-2 for Donahue. Foul tipped, and he held on to it. 2 away.
Big play by the catcher there, holding on to that. Lets it squeak out, new life. You never know what can happen on that next pitch, but big catch there by the catcher, making plays.
Yeah, great play by Galizia behind the dish. Didn't think he was going to hold on to it. Thought he was going to skip in the dirt.
I did too, but that was some quick reflexes there and able to hold on to the ball.
So the Owls could be down to their last batter today, and it's Jonathan Chatfield. Had his 4th home run of the year today, and he takes strike 1. Trying to keep Keene's hopes alive on this Wednesday and try not to fall to 8-12, drop their 3rd straight. 1 for 3 today, a homer, but he has also struck out twice as this one's popped up down the third base side, and it's going to get out of play, and now 0-2, down to their last strike.
So once again, the Owls find themselves in a position of trying to defend their at-bat, just trying to stay alive. Wait until they can see a good pitch to drive it out there. So
Western New England also trying to go to 12-8. Of course, not a conference game for either of these teams. Trying to help their overall record. Both sides through their through their 20th game. Here's the 0-2. That's off the plate. Chatfield alive for at least another pitch. And a couple big games coming up over the weekend at Western Connecticut State for Keene. 1-2. That one will miss again. It skips in the dirt. Chatfield able to lay off. Emmett Borenstein right now is on deck. Does not have a hit today. At the start at first base today. Instead of Chatfield, who's in the DH spot. Donahue looks in. A 2-2. And it's going to be on the ground through the hole, a base hit. So Chatfield keeps the game going with a 2-out single. And now we'll see. It's going to be Emmett Borenstein. So Chatfield on. Borenstein now the tying run. He did have, as mentioned a few times through today, did have his first collegiate home run yesterday. 0 for 3 though today. And if he could get his second collegiate home run, this place would go crazy. First pitch, strike 1.
He was able to catch that low and outside corner there on Borenstein.
Yeah, low and outside. Got the call. Chatfield holding it first. Of course, not the tying run on board, so we'll see if they get him going or not. Might just keep him put at first. Was able to keep the game alive, though, with the base hit. Now 2 for 4. That's a good day for him. Here's the 0-1 from Donahue. And that's going to be grounded to second. Throw into second in time. And that will do it. Keene State drops this one today by a final of 3-1. Western New England comes in and gets the win to improve to 12-8. The Owls drop their 3rd in a row and now fall to 8-12. Heading into the weekend where they'll head to Western Connecticut State on the road for a doubleheader. We'll have Coach Justin Blood, as you see on your screen, up in just a moment for an interview. Stay tuned here on the Owls Media Network.
This weekend when they travel to Western Connecticut State University.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
We're empowering your unique voice.
Igniting potential and possibility.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
Because Keene State becomes home from day one. Come find your people and enjoy live music, art, coffee, thrifting, and did we mention the food? And if you're worried about what there is to do on the weekend, just look at this.
Everything we do here is about community.
Because we're a community of intense learners
with extraordinary hearts
that raise each other up.
We are fueled by each other's successes,
learning outside the classroom as well as in.
And we're here to provide the guidance and support you need to succeed.
All right, let's get hands-on.
In the lab. In the studio.
In the pool.
On the dance floor.
On the stage.
The choices are yours, the opportunities are here.
Here at Keene State College, we're focused on teaching students the skills for an ever-changing world.
I'm ready to tackle problems with industry-ready skills.
You'll get a resume that writes itself, and
a paycheck that earns.
Elevated confidence.
World-class courage.
And we never stop learning.
True learning takes collaboration.
We explore what drives our passions.
Celebrate our individual voices.
And spark possibility together.
Every single student, every single day.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
So I know facts of 5 are friendly. So I'm going to box out my 5 and my 8.
My name is Ellie Lyons. I'm from Charleston, Rhode Island, and I'm majoring in elementary education and sociology. I am a student teacher, and I come into the classroom every single day from 8 to 3, and my CT, my cooperating teacher, will give me lesson plans or just things to do throughout the day so that I can slowly become used to running a classroom. I got interested in teaching because my mom has been a teacher for more than 30 years, and I've watched her enjoy teaching every single day, so I know that the passion never goes away, and I have always grew up in that experience and in that environment, and I knew that I would like it. One of the bigger reasons that I picked Keene State was because of the education program and how quick it gets you into the classroom. I know I went to other schools and I talked to those programs, and their hands-on learning was way later than Keene State, so I decided that would be best for me. I prefer hands-on learning. In the beginning, we start with lecture-based learning for education, and then once you get moved into the classroom, your junior year, you get way more hands-on, and it actually gives you the experience. And more than just creating a lesson plan, you're actually in the classroom learning classroom management or just how to deal with situations that you don't really taught. I chose elementary ed because of the ages. I have always been a babysitter my whole life, so being exposed to those younger ages, I've really been able to make connections with them easier. My first day starting at Simons, I actually already felt comfortable just because with Methods 2, gave me the exposure of being in this building and with this community and the staff and faculty. Now I feel like I am part of the school almost. A lot of teachers or student teachers might experience being maybe below other faculty or staff, but here at Simons they make you feel equal and give you those opportunities to be seen as just a regular teacher. I think I'm most proud of after the start of student teaching was probably planning my solo week, which is right now. I feel like on my first day of solo teaching, it wasn't really scary, but it was exciting, and it was a little nerve-wracking just because everything was in your hands. But everything that I have been prepared with, so Methods 1, Methods 2, has really exposed me to stuff like that, and being in charge and knowing how to manage a classroom and plan for lesson plans and longer days. From the first day, my cooperating teacher has been very easy to get along with. I definitely feel like she's preparing me to be a teacher on my own just because she has thrown me into those challenging conversations or just like topics. And she shows me like how to reflect as a teacher, which I think is super important because even after her lessons, she'll be like, hey Ellie, like what do you think I should do next? Or maybe next year, like maybe I'll try something different. Like what do you have in mind? I feel very prepped to go out and teach. I even had experience before when I went back home, I was doing substitute teaching. And that was like a piece of cake. I've had like people comment on how well I do like classroom management, even at like a random school like substitute teaching. So like I can definitely tell that Keene State has helped me a lot.
We're here now with Coach Blood. Owls lose this one this afternoon. And Coach, obviously you guys got the home run from Jonathan Chatfield, but we're not able to knock around Hobart today at all. What was kind of the approach with the hitters coming in? I mean, there were, a decent amount of at-bats that the guys were making outs like early in the count.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. No, we've had some struggles at times with very quick at-bats, where we're not making loud outs. It's soft contact on the first pitch, and I think that and a combination of just being in the air far too much. We're not necessarily a big power threat team, and some of us are in the air far too often. So I do agree. What is our approach, and what are we trying to do with the baseball? How are we trying to impact it, and where do we think our strengths are? And I think sometimes we're just in the air with some of that softer contact too often.
You guys also got a good start today, though, from Nate Purog. And don't want to diminish that at all. He certainly looked pretty good out there, going 6 innings, not allowing any runs. What have you liked from him so far? Obviously one of the newer faces on this team.
Nate he's got good stuff, first and foremost. He's had a couple of bouts where, he had a little velocity jump from the fall to the preseason, and I think he fell in love with trying to throw a little harder, and so he left some pitches in the middle of the zone in some previous outings that he got punished for. But we've been talking, and he's I think he takes pride in his craft, and he's got a good feel and some swagger out there. So he's been working and trying to make some improvements and adjustments, and I think you saw some of those things come to fruition today. And he had a great start and did a really good job for us and battled out of some trouble, and he definitely deserved a win today, deserved better, but no, it was an encouraging outing from him for sure.
So, Coach, quick question here for you. Just, moving forward here, you got that series coming up this weekend. I believe you go to Western Connecticut. How are you just looking to bounce back, trying to gear the guys up to, pull out a couple wins here?
I think we've been just trying to stay steady with our approach, and we've talked about making some mental adjustments. I think some of our physical adjustments we're spending time on at practice, but a lot of this is back to the approach conversation, like what's going through our head before a ball's put in play defensively, what's going through our head when we step up to the plate with a runner at second, nobody out, what are we trying to do, what are we trying to accomplish? And sometimes an individual's goal isn't necessarily in line with what the team goal needs to be. So we've talked about some of those adjustments. Those things need to be made, and they're expounded, or they become even more important in conference games. We're trying to figure out right now where we're playing this game, or if we're playing these games. So that's been for every team in the Northeast right now, that's a bit of a struggle, just trying to figure out when and where you're going to play every day. But we'll have a practice tomorrow. We're putting the tarp on now, and hopefully we don't get too much moisture tonight. We'll get it off and get a practice in tomorrow and figure out whether or not we're playing Friday or getting on the road Saturday or Sunday, or who knows.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, for coming on as always, and hopefully we'll see you here next Tuesday. Again, you mentioned the weather, so we'll see you next Tuesday here against Eastern Connecticut State.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls. And remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles. The largest selection of inventory in New Hampshire, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. With a selection of over 30 brands, New Car has exactly what you need across the Granite State. Find your new car from any of New Car's family of dealerships throughout the Northeast and get it shipped to New Car Nissan of Keene for free. Plus, we'll deliver your new car right to your door. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Keene State Athletics on the Owls Media Network is brought to you by the New Hampshire Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. New Car Nissan of Keene, your premier new Nissan and used car dealership near Keene. Discover the new car difference. By American Steel Fabricators. Visit americansteelfab.com. Fenton Family Dealerships, the Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, locally owned since 1986. By Fieldstone Land Consultants, a professional engineering, land surveying, and environmental services company serving New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. The Melanson Company, commercial and residential roofing since 1932. Engelberth Construction, we build relationships for life. Sullivan Tire, located on Winchester Street in Keene, we're always here to get you there. Noise Volkswagen, we look forward to guiding you on your Volkswagen journey. And by the Best Western Plus Hotel, located at 401 Winchester Street in Keene. So today, the solo homer for Jonathan Chatfield, not quite enough for the Owls as they fall 3-1 to Western New England and 8-12 on the year. Of course, not a conference game, so conference record unaffected. But we'll have some little bit of a preview for some of the action we have later this week here on the Owls Media Network. Women's lacrosse goes Friday at 6 p.m. as they take on Western Connecticut here from the Owl Athletic Complex. And as of right now, softball will be playing versus Western Connecticut, a doubleheader at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. The location of those games to be determined. And of course, as we talked about with Coach Blood, baseball will be supposed to be playing a doubleheader on Saturday as they'll take on Western Connecticut State on the road. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. For Ryan Goodwin and for Griffin Melanson and everybody else on our crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday as Keene State plays Eastern Connecticut State here in baseball.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.